when I look back at Hawaii, I think there's a lot of people from the outside that would say that that was like a failure of a race, and that I bombed out, and obviously I'm not happy with it, but in a strange way, it also gives me confidence the way I raced on the day, because I got a lot of things right too. I was obviously right where I wanted to be. Halfway through the bike I was leading, and off the bike I think I was in 7th, maybe ran my way into 4th or 5th at one point. Just kind of holding my pace and doing the things that I wanted to do, and I felt strong and comfortable and in control until my stomach was just a real mess, and I had some GI issues. So yeah, I mean, ironically it kind of gives me almost more confidence even in the second place in some ways, that I belong there, that I think it's so critical to be able to find yourself in that position off the bike. It determines so much, and I was right kind of in a similar spot to the year before, but I just didn't have the run that I needed to. And I think that, again, like I said, that was more based on me having sort of, digestive issues than it was me not being prepared to run a marathon well. So yeah, as much as it sucks and it wasn't, the same result as being second, it does give me a lot of confidence that I can contend for many years to come, and that I'm getting closer to having that sort of perfect performance that will win a race out there. Yeah, so I decided to come out and do XTERRA and stay in Hawaii. I felt like after having sort of a poor performance, or not the result I wanted in Hawaii, that I wanted to kind of decompress a little bit and do something that was kind of fun and more laid back, and obviously XTERRA provides that. It's still a world championship, and I'm going to go really hard tomorrow when I race, but it's just a different vibe. People are not quite as hyped up and quite as nervous, I think, before the race here. I don't know if that's just from riding mountain bikes, and it's kind of fun, a little bit different being on trail. But yeah, I just wanted to come out and have some time out here to sort of digest my race and, to process things, and Hawaii was a good spot to do that, to be, kind of away from maybe my home setting and enjoy some of the scenery and do some different things out here. So I'm excited to be here and to do the double as well, which is, I think I'm the only pro male doing it, so there's a little bit of an opportunity there to do the outrigger double. And yeah, I mean, I've always talked about doing XTERRA Worlds, and I've never done it. I've done an XTERRA to qualify myself each year. Usually it's Beaver Creek in Colorado, and I always say, oh, I'm gonna come out here and do it afterwards, but this year it worked out, and I'm happy to be here and finally toe the line. I'd say probably the training that I've done since Ironman Hawaii has been about half and half on the bike, between the road bike and the mountain bike. There's some great road riding out here. I rode up Haleakala, which is one of my favorite rides of all time. It was amazing. And I'm also trying to get ready for the Island House race, which is coming up in the Bahamas in about a week from now, and that's all going to be on the road bike. So I wanted to make sure I was still staying in touch with the road bike, and yeah, and the mountain biking out here has been fun too. I've spent some time exploring some new trails, so it's been about 50-50. This race is really exciting. It's a brand new race. It's going to be done down in the Bahamas on Hybern Key, which is Mark Olowesco's island that he owns, and it's basically a 3-mile island, and it's got some paved roads on it, but we're going to be doing a really interesting format that's going to have a prologue event where it's going to be an individual time trial, and then we're going to have sort of a non-drafting Olympic distance type race, and then a drafting race as well. And it'll be a combined time thing for the overall winners. There's a big prize purse. There's really good, talented athletes from short course and long course, so it's going to be really interesting. It's hard to say, who's taking it as super serious or not. I mean, I know I'm still fit and I'm still excited to do it. I'm fired up for it, and so I've been eyeing it all season as soon as it was announced and we were part of the team. So that'll be an exciting event. Really unique format, beautiful place, and like I said, top class athletes that are going to be vying for a big prize purse.
Do you have an off season?
My off season won't start really until probably after Bahrain 70.3, because we're going to be traveling out there to do a team camp. It'll be about a week before that race. So I think the week leading into December 5th, which is the date of the Ironman 70.3 event out there. And that'll kind of be the end of my season. So December 5th, I'll kind of wrap things up and then regroup and look to next year to figure out, qualification for Hawaii. Obviously, it'll probably consist of doing an Ironman championship event, something with the higher points. And then, I think if I race solidly across the half Ironman like I can, I should be able to get back there without too much trouble, knock on wood. But yeah, that'll be, for a little bit later. Once I decompress and have the off season, my coach and I will sit down and regroup and make a plan for the season.